Okay, April 14th. Decided to pop the cover on this Topbar Hive. Get a look at things here. You can see so far wasn't much in this end. We definitely do have some dead honeybees down here in the bottom. And I'm going to set this stuff aside, and then we'll get into the bigger section of the hive here. But so far, not much in here. So this is kind of what I suspected. This is like, I don't know, probably half-inch styrofoam type insulation. And it looks like my friend Joe, when he set this up, used that as a way to basically buffer this so you can get this open without destroying the comb. Because if you try to lift one of these top bars without a way to make sure that it's not adhered to the bottom or the sides, it'll break off. You may have seen that in this previous video where I just popped one of the bars on one of the smaller ones of these hives. Excuse me. So there is some comb in here. It looks like this might even be some capped honey in here. Not positive of that yet, but it looks like it. I'm going to see if I can get one of these out without making too much of a mess. Oh, that honey smell is so wonderful. Okay, so as suspected, there is some honey in here. Capped. Nice comb honey. And obviously more on this next frame. And I'm not sure I want to open all of this up today. I just kind of wanted to get an assessment of what's here. I'm not really prepared to process any honey or anything like that. Just kind of wanted to know what resources are in here, and there definitely is honey in here. So that's kind of cool. Also looks like we've had some wax moth in here at some point. We did have pretty strong freezes over the winter, so my guess is that probably killed off the wax moth, but they got their digs in before. And I don't know what the thing to do with this is. I think I'm probably gonna, I mean, there's a lot of wax in here, and the honey is kind of, I mean, I don't know, this stuff's been sitting for quite some time. There's not a lot of great honey in here, but there is a tremendous amount of nice comb in here. So I may leave some of these and just a few, so when I put a new swarm in here, they get something to go off of. Yeah, but most of these are empty from honey, which I suppose kind of makes sense. I think we're going to just move these back. See, these two have some weight to them, especially that one with the honey mostly capped. The rest of these are pretty light. Maybe I will just shuffle down through these while we're in here. Empty, empty. Ooh, hey, 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 hey. There's our cluster. There's our cluster. So it looks like what was left, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, sorry. There you go. It looks like what was left of the colony was pretty small. And of course that's consistent with what I saw last fall when I was checking on them here. And this is one of the things I was really after. Oh, and it looks like there was some hive beetle in here. Pretty sure that's a hive beetle down in that comb. Interesting. Oh, so apologize for the lack of steadiness in camera. Kind of hard to do this with one person and all that. Also not feeling 100% today, so there's that. Oh, there's more of the cluster on the other side. So they probably froze out or starved out. There's not a lot of resources in here so far. And obviously if those frames of honey, only 2 frames of honey were over here and this cluster was over here, there's no way they could migrate that cluster across to get to that honey. And wow, there's a lot of dead bees in the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, but let me, there you go, now you should be able to. So this Topbar Hive colony probably needs a good clean out and a reset. Tremendous amount of comb here. I'm not sure, I'll have to ask my friend, or both of my friends maybe, Matt and Bob, what they think about what to do with this. I think what I'm going to do, just off the top of my head, is, there's a little bit of honey there, up in the upper corner on that one. I think what I'm going to do is clean this out and prepare it for hopefully a swarm capture, or maybe a split, or maybe I'll even pick up some bees and install. And actually this has some honey on it. A decent amount of honey on it. That's fairly heavy. And this next frame looks like it's got a good amount of honey on it. Wow, one thing I'll say, there is a lot of frames in one of these Topbar hives. That's got a good amount of honey on it. Capped on top. Same on the other side. I think this next one's got a pretty significant amount. Oh yeah, that one's actually heavy. It's got a little bit more golden color to it, like it's a little fresher. Wow, that's a good amount of honey in there. That's probably, I would guess that's probably 4 or 5 pounds on that one. Well, total weight, of course. That one's got some nice honey on it. Nice comb. That actually almost looks like drone comb, a little bigger. I could be wrong on that. Yeah, so I guess I have to figure out what the best way to use these resources is. Obviously this hive needs some clean out. I want to at least get the dead bees out of it. And that sort of thing. Some more capped honey on that one. Again on that one. That explains why it had some weight to it the other night. Dave, if you're watching this, that weight was coming in good part from the honey. There's one broken open. Let's see if I can get a little finger dip tip on that. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know what kind of honey that is, but it's got a nice flavor to it. Like vanilla almost. More capped comb. That's some nice yellow comb there. That's in good shape. So it looks like the comb is getting cleaner and better as we go toward this end. that's, looks like we're running down to the smaller comb at this point. Yeah, we're down to empties. And so these last ones are empty completely. So probably not today. Again, because I'm not feeling quite 100% today. But I will probably clean the bottom of this hive out. What is that? Oh, okay. Just like a coating that curled up and peeled. It looked like an arrow shaft for a second there. Right there. But it's not. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted here. So I will probably clean a lot of this out. Maybe scap some of the honey. I'm not sure. I got to talk to my friends who know bees a little better than me and see what I should do with these resources. But I think I'm probably going to scap some of the comb and honey out. I don't know how good the honey is. But we'll find a use for it. If nothing else, I'll put it back out to a robbing station for the bees to rob back. Or not rob back, but recover. We'll go from there. But it's cool to open one of these Topbar hives up and have a close look at it. And I could see how you could definitely get a massive colony in here. And once you had that, they could pump out massive swarms. I will say the Topbar frames aren't as difficult to manage as I thought they would be. So that's kind of nice. Again, I probably will not use this for production, but I may use it to help produce swarms and keep a good reserve colony of bees. I'm big on redundancy around here. I like to have backup for my backup for my backup for my backup. Well, so I couldn't resist. I just want to get all the dead bees and dust out of here. Interesting to look at those entrances and the propolis all over everything. For those who don't know, this orangey looking stuff all over everything is propolis, and that's how the bees seal and protect everything. And that's made from tree sap, basically. Anyway, that's the dead bee colony. We'll clean that out. This is what all those combs look like if you were able to remove the bottom from the top and just look at it in its comb structure. It's quite beautiful and artistic in a way. Anyway, I'm going to clean this out and then I'm going to put this stuff back in for now until I can make a good, informed, educated decision on how to proceed. Just so I get a shot of this. Okay, yeah. That's a little better, huh? Just swept out all the debris. Debris. I'm going to put this comb stuff back in for now and just put it back together. Now I have a good assessment of what's in here. At least got the dust and dead bees out, and can figure out how to go forward. And if something happens and we have a swarm happen, I can always plug them into here quick, pretty easily. So that'll be good, just in case. All right, so real quick, beer click. Must be my German side coming out. Real quick, I just wanted to open this hive up and have a look. This is, from what Joe told me, this is another like swarm capture type hive. You can see there's a good amount of comb and wax in here. I also see some mold growing, and I should have saved it till I yanked it out. I guess I'll show it to you quick. There was a little wasp nest down in here. So obviously this has been evacuated for a while. Don't know what I'll do with this, but it's kind of in rough shape. I'll probably scap the good wax out that I can. I'm not sure about even rendering wax that has mold in it. I'll have to look into that. But these few pieces of comb over here look decent. I'll see if I can salvage it. I think the rest of this is probably kind of in rough shape, being it's plywood and starting to come apart. Well, and then there's this other smaller top bar hive to go through. I'm not messing with that today. I've had enough for today. Anyway, that's everything so far. Thanks for watching the Pharmacy Seeds Network. Like, comment, subscribe.